It's Meet Me for Coffee. We got the CEO of Movieverse Entertainment. He has a cool show called My American Family, also Modern Kung Fu, Dragon Chef. He's working on a lot of cool things and a book. How's it going, Victor?
It's good. How are you?
I'm doing great, man. Let's talk about Movieverse Entertainment. That's your company, right?
Yes, that's correct.
That's awesome. You have a lot of great projects. I checked out one thing, My American Family. You
Mhm.
also are a star in that show, and Danny Trejo is in that show as well. Pretty cool. Tell us about the premise of the show, the what it's all about.
Well, mostly it's about values, which being from Europe, I am promoting. It's traditional, it's old school, and we are basing everything on the family values. And we're not being hypocritical. It's not about traditional family or gay family. Love is love. But what I've noticed, and not only in the US, but in many countries, that the value of the family and family values are being lost. So we bring them back to the people. And the next thing is that everyone in this world has a dream, has a purpose, and we have to discover that. So in this show, and I think in Hollywood right now, this is the most diverse show you could find. We have authentic cultures, and we show how all of us, with so many differences, cultural, all that stuff, we come together, we lift each other up, we help each other to achieve our dreams, achieve our goals, find what's our dream and goal, and then make them come true. So, values, family values, friendship values, and helping each other, lifting each other up, and cherishing all these diversities, all these cultural differences, and show how beautiful they are and how we can coexist together.
Family values. I can get into that. I'm a family guy as well, so I'm sure you are. Where were
Mhm.
you raised? You were from Europe, you said.
Yes, I am. Yeah. Well, I'm a mix of Austrian Romanian dad and Polish Ukrainian mom. I
Uh,
was born in Ukraine. I was raised Ukraine, Romania, less Austria, less Poland, all around the Europe. And Europe is so small. So
Yeah, absolutely. The Polish people have the best beer. I'll say that right now. That's the best beer I've ever had. And you know what? Anyone you try is very good.
mhm.
Yeah, we talk about family values. This show is filmed really differently, though. That's what I
Mhm.
noticed. It's very. It's not like a full on big ass production where um, you're expecting it to be like Modern Family, the way it looks on camera. It's more kind of almost first person point of view, kind of like. How'd you come to the consensus to pick that way of filming it?
That was based on my vision, and that was based on the efficiency. Everything beginning with the script, the first day of pre-production. I built everything as a structure, and I use mathematical methods in the script writing and everything. So we don't go over and we don't do dry things. And yeah, we have some POVs, but mostly we try to keep our viewer inside over there. So you would feel like as if you were over there in the scene rather than just watching TV. So I'm happy that you felt this thing, which was my goal.
I felt like I was doing karate lessons with you in the first episode. How'd you get Danny Trejo on the roster for this show? It's so cool.
When I was writing the story, and it's basically based on my story, right? I thought of Danny Trejo right away for this character. I've met Danny Trejo multiple times here in Hollywood, and I knew that he's a way different person, and he has way more stories to tell than we see on the screen. Being a bad guy, machete, that's a cool how would I say that image. But Danny Trejo is different. He is a man of great heart. He has amazing life experience. He helps people. He's active in the community. He's a very wise man. So this is what I wanted to bring to the audience. Again, authenticity. The same things came with Miguel, with Victoria. I put a lot of real stuff of their real own talents into the show. Instead of telling them play somebody different, I'm like, show me what you feel, how you feel. Even sometimes I would say the script is just a guide, throw it away. So this is the story, and let's try to play it out without anything. I let them go, I let the flow go, and this is how it ended up. I loved it, everybody loved it. And back to your question, I wanted to show different and real Danny Trejo. And knowing him already was pretty, pretty easy in a way to talk to him, to talk to his agent, because there is a certain procedure in the business, and there are rules and protocol, everything. And they loved the idea. It was probably maybe the first time for Danny Trejo to be in the comedy and to play this type of a role. And he loved it. He had so many comments on the set. He said he loved the scenes and how funny it was. And we had a blast working with him.
He's a mean chef as well. He makes some great tacos, I hear. I used to have one of his shirts that Trejo's Tacos. I don't know what
Yeah.
happened to him. It's probably in my wardrobe somewhere. This is such a cool show, man. You got other projects as well. One that kind of sparked my interest was Dragon Chef. Let's talk about that. Like, I love food and I love talking about it. So, Dragon Chef, here we go.
That Dragon Chef is, again, based on cultural, authentic differences and how we bring them together. But now it was based on food. So I was the host, a Western person who cooks authentic Chinese food, thanks to my shifu, my master in martial arts. And each new episode, I was inviting a different guest from a different culture. So this guest would try the dish or a few dishes which I made, authentic Chinese. He or she would cook their own traditional meal. I would try that, and then we would share stories, experiences, business connections, whatever, while having these meals. And of course, our crew had fresh meals multiple times a day, and everybody was very happy.
This sounds something I could get in on for sure. This sounds amazing. I love food. I love the concept. Just so down to earth with your ideas, man. It's a breath of fresh air to hear something that's not completely fabricated.
Yeah.
It's so nice. You've got a book coming out. You've done something pretty incredible. You produced your own show. You wrote your own show. What's the name of this book coming out?
How I created and produced my first show, The Practical Guide. I was very straightforward. And while I was producing the show, and I moved from New York to LA in 2015, and while being on sets as an actor in the beginning, which wasn't my goal, or later as a fight choreographer, I was directing fight scenes. I was always sharing with the producers some thoughts how to make it a little bit more efficient, and then they found out my educational background, my practical background in business, so I got more into it, and this is what I love. And when this time came and I decided to put everything I had away and produce the show, went through this pilot experience and everything, and people noticed that, and they started asking me so many questions. A lot of actors were asking me questions about how to get into the industry, what is going on. And you might know that everybody is trying to come to LA, get headshots, get a manager, get an agent, and it seems like done, mission accomplished, which right now in 2021, it's not the case. It's maybe in the 90s or in the 2000s. And I was giving a lot of information. I ran multiple workshops, like free workshops, to help the people to see the business side, because you cannot wish to succeed in this business thinking about acting only. You have to understand. So I decided to put all this information in a book and just give it to the universe, and hopefully it will be a good practical guide to many I would say entrepreneurs in this industry, because a good economy is always based on small and medium-sized businesses. It's never large companies.
Mm-hmm.
So the more companies, the more individuals which could unite and create more content, which will make the money, and then more and more and more, the better this industry would develop. That's my belief. And the more companies we have, the better it will be for the country, whatever it's, Canada or the US or Mexico or whichever country. So hopefully with this guide, more new companies would grow, develop, and more people would get jobs and pay
That's
taxes.
absolutely amazing, man. So this is Meet Me for Coffee, and it's a show based around coffee. I want to ask you, do you drink coffee? What do you take in your coffee?
I love coffee. Actually, to have a coffee shop of my own, I collected different recipes which are pretty unique. Japanese traditional coffee or Ukrainian or whatever. I think I have like 17 different types of coffee.
Wow.
Um, that's one of my dreams, to have a coffee shop, and probably maybe sometime in the future we'll have a talk show with you over a cup of coffee and trying different types of coffee.
That'd be
Uh,
awesome.
to me, coffee as well as tea or wine, it's a cultural drink. It's not like something you would throw inside yourself and forget about it. I love as cooking, right? I
Mhm.
put love into it. I put my thought. It's like meditation. It's a goal of achieving something, and the taste is really like different when I make the coffee and then you go to a random coffee shop and they don't really care about that stuff. It's different. I do love exploring different types of coffees. I found a lot of small companies from South America, Brazil or other countries. And I discovered recently that Yunnan province in China, they have amazing coffee which nobody knows about. Yeah, so there are so many things which we could share with the world through coffee, and it's a really good thing to have, to use if it's used wisely.
Well, you know what? I do agree with you. It is such a crazy experience trying different coffees, and you know what? This has been a pretty cool experience. And Victor is the CEO of Movieverse Entertainment. He also produced and acts in the My American Family. You can find that on Amazon Prime Video, also on YouTube as well. If you do a nice little search on there, he's got a show called Dragon Chef and a brand new book coming out. Thank you so much, man. It's been awesome.
Thank you so much.